new users to the ecosystem per minute, multiple, not just one a minute,
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
around the clock. Yeah. And we're just warming up. Now, at least when in the next few days or so, you're going to have my links activated. We'll announce it. We'll give you new websites. OMail is going to have a very beautiful invitation system. Like you put somebody's name, they transition to our new technology, and that, my prediction, will go viral as well. So put the two together, we will multiply what we have. Yeah, you're having like one a second. I mean, you don't want it to get higher than that. We don't want to finish the global population in a month or a year. I mean, come on, let's enjoy it. Nice and easy. Yeah. Okay, so if you didn't like what you heard so far, no problem. We're going to start all over again. Hello, my name is Ash, and we are live on ONPASSIVE 360. We just did a live and you didn't like it, and you got some problems. I'm kidding.
Yeah, major.
But we're having a blast. It's been an amazing year. Look at the pace, the progression of ONPASSIVE. I mean, 2020, it was a new shift of our productivity, but we got better 2021, and 2022 was a powerful year for us in many ways. You just have to look at our history. Most of you were here now, and that is being even multiplied so far, the first 4 months of the year. And now, wow, what could happen in 2023? I concretely believe that ONPASSIVE is really going to impact the planet in a positive way. For those who are in it, there's no possible way that you could catch a fish while you're at your, front yard, right? Unless you live right in the ocean or lake. But you got to go in it, got to get into the water. There is room for success for all of us. There's wealth for all of us. And I really would love to have a conversation with you after a couple of years, because one of the things I want to create more millionaires in ONPASSIVE than you could think or calculate. But I want to have a meeting with those millionaires after a couple of years, tell them that now that you got what you wanted, is it really making you happy? Is that all you wanted, or you want to do something bigger, higher purpose? But I wouldn't be able to talk to you until you get there. So I'm going to make sure that we are compliance, of course. If it's up to me, probably it's a good thing it's not up to me, because I will give it away. I will just bankrupt quickly. Yeah, that's not good. So I think it has to have some business, essence to it. What were you talking about before I come here?
How great ONPASSIVE is.
Okay.
What's it matter? What the heck?
I personally wouldn't do anything in my life. I wouldn't. It's a shame, and I'm glad that we took the brave decision to start this journey and movement. I can assure you that it got better than we thought, and it's getting better by the day. Our success is being multiplied and expedited.
Anybody paying attention would have to see that, Ash, really. I mean,
yeah,
I knew 10%, then I knew 7, then I knew 5, and very soon I will be inside of a womb back where I started, because I don't know anything. I mean, every month something big happens, and I'm like, wow, I can't even put it all together. So I take day by
Well,
day.
thanks to all my life that is coming sometime in the future, because people have a short memory span, and you talk about something on Saturday, on Tuesday, what's happening? I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm behind, and all of that. That's how ridiculous it is. So you would have to like play it over and over and over. But the thing is, we don't have time to talk about what happened last Saturday because we have something new this Saturday. Oh, speaking of Saturday, I think we have another Burj Khalifa projection on Saturday. The reason we're doing that, we're trying to convert Michael Williams. Got to choose one of the two.
That's beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
Actually, because it's a weekend and it has high traffic in Dubai, and kind of like a perfect timing. It gets the best. We tried different days. We tried Friday. We tried Tuesdays, but we get the most return and impact on Saturday evening so far. The only downside of it that Michael is not with us. See, I cleaned it up very quickly.
Hey Ash, I've got a question for you.
Yeah,
did
please.
did
Smart
you
questions,
think-
dumb questions are welcome. Anything.
No, this is a good question. Did you think that way back in 2018, when you released those 2 audio videos, that you would have this company called ONPASSIVE where it is today?
Not in details, but I knew I will have a contribution to impact the world because of my drive, my desire. And sometimes you have things like in your gut, but you cannot explain them yet. But then they start, being unveiled in a way, and are being bashed on. But that's a price I knew it could happen, and it came more severe than I thought. But it's a great lesson, life lesson. When you understand life more, you understand the system better. You know how to deal with them. You know how it's working. So you get better. There's not one time I thought, oh, I wish it's easier. No. Every time it gets harder, I think, one, thank God it's this hard because that makes us unique. Secondly, I say, not I wish it was easier. I say, I'm going to get better. And I say that if it was that easy, anyone would be doing it a while ago. So it gives us more pride and it gives us more confidence. I didn't think exactly the details or the directions, but like my gut feeling when I took the decision, I knew we're up to something big. But how soon and exact details and all of that I'm going to meet, Mr. DeGarmo or Redfern or Chris Johnson, and I'm going to be hugging, Susie McRae and Julie and the tech. I didn't know those details. So Dubai, India, Hyderabad, Bangalore, or Singapore, or what's happening now, like not in exact details, but I knew we're going to make something disruptive. I meant it, I felt it, and it's happening. But to a degree, it will never come the way you plan it. It's impossible because there's so many variables in the process you cannot control. And I learned even before this ONPASSIVE that whatever it is, as long as I'm satisfied with my effort and intention, I'm going to consider what the outcome is always perfect. Because if you're going to be disappointed and complain that, oh, I planned 1, 2, 3, but it came 1, 2, 5, then 3, it's perfect. The way it came out is perfect. That's what it should be. And if you do that in every area in your life, you're going to be happy or fulfilled. But again, not a wishful thing. You got to do your due diligence. You got to put the effort and the work and the sacrifice. It taught me a lot about people. It taught me so much about governments and laws and all of that. It taught me about technology, of course. You know, we learn every day. It's an unbelievable journey. But it taught me how most people are driven by entitlement and luck and insecurity and all of that, which is a sad thing. So that increases and elevates the demand of ONPASSIVE or an ONPASSIVE, because eventually it will convert a lot of people to believe, yeah, it can be clean. Yeah, it could be done the right way. Yeah, let me do my part. So, and I think it's worth to remind everyone who mostly they sit back and they judge, and who are they and how much they know. Remember I mentioned, you know, potentially we have thousands of years of experience on our side, and we work 24/7, and we put millions of dollars. So we're not just talking, we're suicide, okay? And what's happening, somebody unknown, random, they're not qualified to even give you input. Or if they're not even in it, they had no clue. And the problem is, society taught them that, yeah, they can talk, as that gives them a good excuse to push the burden away and the blame that they feel. They failed. Oh, thank God there's ONPASSIVE, or there's, you know, Marty DeGarmo. Yeah, I can complain and whine and bitch about something. But where you are today is 100% the total, the sum total of your decisions and actions that you've taken up today on your side. I'm sorry to destroy your excuses, Ash or Chris or Julie or Michael, or so, no whatsoever responsibility. Not the White House, not the Democrat, not the Republican, not Brexit, okay? No one is responsible for where you are today, but you yourself, your decisions and your actions. Now, ONPASSIVE can improve that and makes it easier for you, but you still have to do your own actions and decisions. If you're looking for an excuse, probably the market and society and history offers more excuses than solutions. Obviously, you're not going to be short of excuses, but you see the but, okay? Excuses and buts and ifs and all of that, you can use them all lifelong, but nothing goes home unless you start doing. Life is very simple. You can either have results or excuses. You cannot have both. You can either have money or excuses. It's very easy to say it's their fault, his fault, her fault. It doesn't fix your situation. You see, I told you, I didn't say it was tough, it was harsh. Still it is. but I never said, oh, I wish it was easy. I wish it was smoother. Okay. No. Say, gotta get better. Gotta toughen up a little bit more. And I say to myself, suck it up, Nancy, and move on. Don't complain and don't whine, and just go and get better and harder. Yeah, go after it.
Ash, my dad, probably 2 months before he passed away, he knew he was gonna die. I asked him, Dad, what was your greatest accomplishment? And his answer to me looked me right in the eyes and he said, it hasn't happened yet. And I'd ask him that every week before he died. He'd say it hasn't happened yet. My dad did a lot of great things in his life, which I'm proud to say, but I thought, what a great answer. Because in other words, every day to him was going to be a new experience, something to build, something to better. And that's what I was taught. So
As long as you're breathing, you keep pushing, you keep pushing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, not so technical information, but I hope this is helping you to be more effective in your life, because we want you to be successful. And if you're in ONPASSIVE, I don't assume that everybody's listening in ONPASSIVE. We are confident that this will make it more effective, easier, and you can achieve more with us. You cannot go far when you're alone, but with our expertise, with our intention and integrity, I think you are in a much better position. I mean, in a humble way, I mean that. We couldn't be prouder of what happened so far, and what's coming is just better, better, better. This is basically the theme. It's accelerating now. That snowball effect is definitely taking play now.
Thanks very much, Ash. And I personally like to thank you, as along with all the founders, I think, for not only bringing all of us on your journey, but also changing us as well. You know, I know I've changed dramatically over this journey with ONPASSIVE for the better. I know my visions and my goals have changed way away from just a monetary goal that I had initially, and things have got bigger in my life as much as they have in ONPASSIVE's life as well. When they say the future's bright in ONPASSIVE, you're not kidding. You know, how can it not be bright when you are a founder in ONPASSIVE? I think we've only just started. The numbers that you've given us today, they're mind-blowing on their own to comprehend where those numbers are coming from initially. I think we are going to be shocked in a few short weeks when those numbers really do start stacking up. You are the man, Ash Mufareh. You really are. Your vision has kept us steadfast, and we couldn't thank for a better leader at the helm of the ONPASSIVE ship. Thank you so much.
Wouldn't be the same without our team and our executives, and I wouldn't ask for a better team. I'm happy. They're my family. Hypothetically, if there's no ONPASSIVE, I would want to be their friends. But of course, we're in this unbelievable journey together, and we're just so thrilled about it. Speaking of the team, they are just like flying all over. Trust me, you wouldn't ask or expect a team of any company to be this committed. They put this ahead of anything in their life. Speaking of intelligence, speaking of loyalty, speaking of knowledge, experience, what do you expect in return? Put that together. We don't say no to any idea. We got like so much is happening now. So I mean, it's a fortunate thing for the public that we have ONPASSIVE. That first of all, like Red said, that cultural transformation that happened to all of us, it keeps that set of accountability to us. We want to be better humans and not just self-driven, to look out for our human contribution. I think that was very obvious. It will get better very shortly, and we want to be careful and mindful. We don't want to slip into the competitive mentality and who got more and who. We want to look at it as one whole family. Like, okay, if one is getting that, of course, you know, somehow it benefits all of us. So let's not be personal with it. We'll be fine if we work together, but we're better off with ONPASSIVE. And it's going to enable people have their own movements and revolutions. So if we breed more products, more solutions, more disruptive ideas, that's the ultimate accomplishment. But don't forget that ONPASSIVE digital ecosystem, what you see and what you've heard so far, is just one phase.
Marty's got a new idea, Ash. It's a dinosaur. Ask him about his dinosaur.
What is that for?
Oh, that is a surprise, but it's pretty funny. I liked it. Don't get embarrassed, Marty. He was very smart when he did it, to be honest with you.
Wow.
You know, he's a modest guy, so.
I expect nothing but smart from New Jersey, so.
Not all around the clock, you know.
Yeah, there's peak hours, right, Chris?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
peak hours.
Yeah.
Definitely peak
or
hours.
days.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's talk about something else. I love the food picture you sent me, Brett. No, that's not the topic. Indian
Well, we
food.
could talk about food always.
I love it. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got an idea. Make sure that you don't dump it and don't die. DD, and you have a better chance within OBLESS or the innovative labs to achieve that. Okay, it's yours. It's we don't want to take your ideas. We don't want to own them, but we sincerely want it to be accomplished if it's something useful for humanity. So I hope I was helpful to you. I was not sure what was the topic about, but I thought it's always good to refresh our memories, our fellow brothers and sisters, and tell them we're really in a good position today. Couldn't be better. And we are definitely progressing at a speed we've never seen before. And we wouldn't wish it to be different. I just love the journey. I love what's happening, regardless. And I'm trying to inspire you by that. If you see it the same way, I think you're going to be much more, first, realistic, productive, and happier. It's important to think realistic, that we're not going to force your dreams to come to reality. We're not going to force our dreams upon you in a way. You should think independently, and you are unique, and we need you. You have something that we don't have, for sure. And there's no way, with the mentality that do it for me company, and I mean like everything, like you just don't know what you need. So you have to have that image in your brain, in your heart. It's almost like a sensor And when the opportunity is passing by, or the solution, or so that is a clear image you have in your mind. So you grab it, you know exactly what you're looking for. But there's no way we could design dreams delivery, exactly what you want, unless you persuade that in a way and be clear on what you want and use us as a vehicle. We will not disappoint you. But if you're going to expect, you have no idea where you want to go, I just know this company is going to make me successful or happy, never going to happen because you don't know what you want. So if you don't know what you're looking for, how do you know when you find it? Like Chris's father. I don't mean that he didn't know, it just unachievable because you're always constantly looking for that. But I would say be clear on what you want and realistic, and then what the company can do for me. I'm going to share a story with you. And we'll leave it with that, okay? In the beginning of, I don't think it's exclusive to me, everybody probably in a relationship, you would expect your spouse or your partner to make you happy. Mostly, this is our business, I mean, marriage scam. You think when you marry, that person, whether he or she, okay, is going to make you happy. You're just going to sit down, make me happy. That's what I thought too. It's like everybody else. And so I was feeling that way. Obviously, she's feeling that way as well. He's going to make me happy. Oh, no, she's going to make me happy. She should make me happy. No, he should make me happy. You see that? Nobody talks about it, but we know the mindset. We were with a group one day, and someone asked her, does he make you happy? And I was like, ooh, that is cool. Of course she's going to say, okay, he makes me happy. He's cool. He's hot. He's sexy. This and that. I was like, okay, I love it. Now we got some, recognition. And she said, no, he doesn't make me happy. And things went south and said, oh my God, have you ever asked somebody to explain what they meant and you regret it and it got worse? So I said, what do you mean? Can you explain to them, like, what do you mean? Because I'm like trying to clean it up a little bit. What do you mean he doesn't make you happy? I'm sure. And she said, no, he never makes me happy. He does not make me happy. Oh God, okay, so he's very sure. And she said, that's what I thought in the beginning. And I was waiting for him to make me happy until I realized that I only can make myself happy. I need to be clear on what I want. And when I did that, then he started adding to my happiness. Thank God. It's realistic. I mean, you might not like it, but it's realistic. It's more tangible. So no person can make you happy, but they can make you happier, or they cannot make you successful. They can make you more successful. They can add to it. They can contribute it.
I'm just happy I was happy enough not to ask Dawn that question.
Yeah, and again, I hope to inspire you, especially guys, not to ask, because I don't think you're going to find a good answer. Women are blunt. They're going to tell you. They're
Thanks
going to
for
tell you,
coming on,
no, you
Ash.
don't make me happy.
Dawn just said, what are you talking about?